What is going on, you guys? It is Gawa. Welcome back to yet another Magic the Gathering video. Today in this video, we're back with yet another deck tech. Today we're going to be taking a look at my Slicer Hired Muscle deck. Slicer is a 5 mana 3/4 with double strike haste. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, you may have that player gain control of Slicer until end of turn. If you do untap Slicer Goat, it can't be sacrificed this turn. And he has a flip side of Slicer High Speed Antagonist. So before we get into the video, I just want to say if you're new around here, be sure to drop a sub and drop a like. Let me know if you would make any changes to this deck, because this is kind of something I've just brewed up. It's a kind of a Staxy mono red beatdown deck. Something I just kind of brewed, just to switch up a bit. And be sure to check the Discord link down in the bio. We're always up to no good down there, making a community slowly. But yeah, so let's hop into the video. So we'll start off with the land base first. So we start off with, for the utility lands, we have a Barbarian Ring. We have a Sokenzan, Crucible of Defiance. We have a Rogue's Passage, just make Slicer unblockable. Buried Ruin, just to get back some of the essential artifacts in this deck, because it runs a decent few. Shinka is one of those ones that's weird because you pay a red and he gains first strike until end of turn. He's got double strike, but I mean, sometimes you might need that first strike to keep Slicer alive. So that's the reason why I have Shinka in this deck. And then we have Great Furnace, which is just an artifact land. And as well as an Ancient Tomb, because Ancient Tomb is just phenomenal. Then we have 23 other just basic lands. Deck runs 30 lands in general, 7 utility, 23 basics. So it's not too bad, you know what I mean? So we'll just take this stack off to the side here and I'll start going through it. So to start off first, we have Commander's Plate. It's just gonna get +3/+3 have protection from everything but red, so it's pretty busted. Prowler's Helm, one of my favorite cards in this deck. It just can't be blocked except by walls. So I mean, like, you put that on, you're just giving it to people. They're just gonna swing out. Next, we got Cadiz. So whenever you deal combat damage to a player, it deals it to everybody. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, I do not think this counts for commander damage. So if you do like 25 to someone, auto-kill someone, I don't think it counts as commander damage. I think it's just straight damage. Faithless Looting, draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. It's always phenomenal. A little bit of counter magic, Red Elemental Blast. We got Vandal Blast to destroy all artifacts, if you overload it. This one's really awesome, man. A 0-drop, you can sacrifice it and regenerate target artifact, which is really cool because Slicer is actually an artifact. So you can just, be like, oh, he's about to die, and regenerate him. Blood Moon, like I said, this is like a Staxy mono red deck. So Blood Moon, all basic lands are mountains. Some more counter magic, Tibalt's Trickery. I'll just leave them on camera and you guys can see. I'll also have the deck list down below. Diamond Pickaxe is a 1-drop or 2 equip. It's pretty good. Atali's Favor. You'll see too in these, you'll see that a lot of them do end up having effects to give things trample. Just because, obviously, yeah, you have double strike, but I mean, if you hit like a 10-10 Slicer, it's 20 damage, you know what I mean, with double strike. So, Lightning Greaves, my beautiful Corgi Lightning Greaves. I can never pronounce it. Nag Anada, I think it is. Something like that. Creature with 3 or power or greater. A creature is +3 and trample, so that's always awesome. And a Fellow Stone. So that's it for that little stack right there. Let's move to the next one now. We got Bloodforged Battle Axe. So basically, whenever you're going to attack, it's just going to make a copy of Bloodforged Battle Axe. Dueling Rapier is awesome. I mean, it comes in, you can just auto-equip the Slicer for free. Dockside, you can't have a mono red deck without Dockside, to be fair. Mask of Memory, equipped creature deals combat damage. You may draw 2 cards, we do discard a card. That's good. You have Loxodon Warhammer, so that's another thing, trample and lifelink. You got the One Ring. Aggravated Assault in this deck. Aggravated Assault works in this deck with a combo with, Sword of Feast and Famine. Because if you have enough lands and you deal combat damage, you basically can untap it and just have infinite combat phases. So I mean, that's always fun. There it is, Sword of Feast and Famine. So yeah, you just run these 2 and you end up getting infinite combat steps if you control, I think, if you control 5 or more lands. Imperial Recruiter, always a fun card to have. Go search Dockside. One of my favorite cards in this deck, it's really weird too, but Strength Testing Hammer. So it's whenever it attacks, you roll a 6-sided dice, and you may like add that to it. Like, so if you roll a 6, he gets 6 more power. Lightning Bolt. Little Brass Squire. Guy's pretty cool. He comes in and you can tap him and target equipment you control. You attach it. Which is pretty cool. Next we have another counter spell. We have Pyroblast. Phenomenal card. Cursed Mirror enters the battlefield. You make a copy of a creature on the battlefield until end of turn. So, you know, you can always just copy another Slicer, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. It might die to Legend rules, so, you know, you can make that like a Dockside or something. Whippersill Cloak. Quick creatures unblockable. Gain Shroud. And Built to Smash. It's going to give you Trample again. Next, we have the Prying Blade. It's just going to make you treasures. Silent Arbiter is just one of the most toxic cards, I swear. Just no more than one creature may attack each combat. No more may attack or block. So, I mean, you know, you got a 20/20 Slicer coming at you, you know, with Trample. Only one person can block. So, there's a Sacrifice an Artifact, and target artifact gains Indestructible until end of turn. Void Mirror, whenever player casts a spell on color mana was... If no color mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell. Phenomenal. Volcanic Fallout. That's one card I'm just thinking about cutting, but I just never chopped it yet. Tangle Wire. Some Stax pieces. Foundry. Make your artifacts cheaper. Board Wipe Removal. Can't be mad at that. This is my favorite, one of my favorite cards in this deck, Stranglehold. Opponents can't search libraries, and an opponent would begin an extra turn. That player skips that turn instead. Godo's Maul. Gamble, of course. That's just a mono red staple. A Braid. Rugged Smothering. That's funny, man. I love this card. Just whenever a player casts a spell, they lose 1 life for each spell they cast this turn. So they cast like, it's a Storm player or something. They cast like 7 spells or losing 7 life. Monstrous Rage. It's cool. It gives you a monster roll token, so you can give them trample all the time. Rite of Flame. Mana Dork type thing. Jessica's Will. Desperate Ritual. Bergie. Professional Facebreaker. You notice too in this deck there's a lot of things that generate treasures, which is, I purposely put it in this deck for that reason. Next we got Fury. Zephyr Boots. Rogue's Gloves. Cursed Totem, some more Stax. Gold Vein Pick, another treasure maker. Thorn of Amethyst. Mox Amber, beautiful. Jessica Thrice Reborn, I always have to put this in mono red too, just because you can uptick her for 0 pretty much and do triple damage. So, you know, if Slicer hits for 10, then like he's gonna double strike 20 and then triple damage. Like it's stupid. Dampening Spear, God, I've screwed so many people over with this card. I mean, it's really not that good, but it's just funny. Deflecting Swat. Wild Magic Surge. Chaos Warp. Sensei's Divining Top. Shiny Impetus. Basilisk Collar for some life gain. Infiltration Lens. Umezawa's Jite. Soul Ring. And Grafdigger's Cage. If you have been around the channel for a while, you know that like I have a Mana Crypt, Jeweled Lotus, stuff like that. This deck is like high power, and I think it's like $600 something or something on Moxfield. I don't know. I had like 99% of these cards when I made this deck, but I decided to take those things out and kind of go for a bit more nonchalant with using all those high power cards. I mean, this deck is still really high power just for what it is, because Slicer is just insane in general. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Like I said, if you're new around here, be sure to drop a sub and a like. Join the Discord. We have a lot of Bloom Barrel content coming up. We actually pre-ordered all 4 precons, so we'll take a look at those, and I have a box on the way, or I'm gonna order a box on pre-release day. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy, and yeah, I appreciate you guys for always supporting and staying around, and you know, always coming back, check out the videos. But remember guys, if it ain't Gawa gang, it's no gang. I love y'all. Stay safe, stay blessed, and peace.